been full throttle.
On Ginobili, he's checked in for San Antonio.
For the Thunder Girls. Timeout for Oklahoma City.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to chip. And play any stretch of games with their entire roster.
Parker kicks to Ginobili. Here's Aldridge. And just miss after miss right now.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
You know, every franchise will have a year that is just lost to injuries. I mean, it happens. The hard part of it for the Thunder that it happens. While so many of their stars are in their prime.
And out of bounds is San Antonio gains possession.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
To the inside, here's Parker, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two.
And Tony Parker, at least some of his success can be attributed to playing with talented bigs. I mean, in his rookie season, he plays with both the Admiral and Tim Duncan. He kept that partnership going with Duncan for several more championships. So, while talented, he's also been very fortunate.
Here's Ginobili, following the score by Oklahoma City. Down low, Duncan. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. Duncan's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control a team's transition.
Well, talking about Parker and the bigs, Tony benefited from their presence, Clark, but they also benefited from his play.
Really, early in their careers, the only way to defend Parker and Duncan was to pack the lane, and once Tony developed a consistent jump shot, the only way to defend them was to hope and pray.
Right. Now here is Harris, following the miss by Tony Parker, and the rejection by Leonard. Ginobili kicks to Aldridge. Left side, Leonard. Dishes it to Parker. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
And the basket by Harris. Harris has got a couple of threes now in the first with the Thunder.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Duncan with the bucket.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Harris. Harris! It goes, jamming that one home.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
Ginobili kicks to Parker. Launches a three. Shot's good.
Tony Parker.
Parker's got 8 points.
It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Well, offensively at least, partner. I mean, neither team's done jack diddly on D.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Thunder lead by 13. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. One, Tim Duncan, just a remarkable career. His teammate Tony Parker talked about playing alongside truly one of the all-time great. It's both unbelievable and amazing, you'd have to agree, talking about Tim Duncan and how he continues to stay near the top of his game.
You You know, Kevin, they say nobody has ever defeated Father Time. But you know what? There have been a couple bigs that have did you look at that?
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against the Kings.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
For three, Westbrook. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 6 assists in the game. Well, the Spurs just don't go on losing streaks very often, Greg. One perk of being a talented veteran group.
Yeah, how about the Spurs lost 4 games in a row twice last year. Over the last decade before that, Kevin, they had only lost 4 games in a row twice. Unbelievable.
Timeout called for the Thunder.
For a long time in San Antonio, it's been about the big three, and rightfully so with all their wins. And Kawhi Leonard seems to be the future.
And Kawhi and the big three recognize that and are trying to ease the transition period. And if you know the Spurs, they'll make a smooth transition, won't they, Kevin?
Absolutely. Here's Durant again, Oklahoma City.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Diaw with a screen on Westbrook. Mills with it, looking for his first basket still in this one. He feeds it to Diaw. The dish to Mills. Clock at 4. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And guys, for Kawhi Leonard and the Spurs, Coach Popovich already sees him as the next guy. He told Leonard not to think of the big three, but to think of himself as the big one.
Diaw with a screen on him. It's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Yeah, big blunder there, and that could really cost him.
Yeah, and the timing of it was bad, too. I mean, they're trying to cut down, cut into the lead. Just a tough, bad break there.
And guys, with what Popovich said about Leonard, small things like that can be the catalyst to get a player to reach greatness. Sooner or later, this will be Kawhi's team. And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
In the corner, it's Westbrook. Pulls up on the wing, and there's another one for the Thunder.
What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it played.
Every single guy on their team with the absolute Midas magic touch, shooting the lights out here.
Harris outside. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Harris! Durant's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Mills with it. Westbrook picks him up. To the inside. And the officials call goaltending. So they award the basket.
Hey guys, you look over the history of the Defensive Player of the Year award, and it usually goes to big men. Big men get the blocks and clog up their games. Before last season, the last 10 Defensive Player of the Year awards went to bigs.
And the Thunder making a change here. Ibaka's checked in. Aldridge can't get it to go. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 20-6 run. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And the Thunder another three.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
1:39 left here in the second. Diaw with a wide open look. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Harris with it. Leonard picks him up. Fires from deep. And the basket by Harris. Harris has got 25 points in the game.
And it's just hard to imagine the Spurs without Coach Popovich on the sidelines. He's the longest tenured coach in the NBA and has done so much for this team. Easily one of the best coaches in the history of our league. And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly.
Aldridge's shot is good. And Greg, you know, for Popovich being with the Spurs for so long, since 1996, Clark, he is actually the longest tenured coach in all of sports right now.
Amazing, Kevin, and he's done it through winning. I mean, the third fastest coach ever to get to 1,000 wins. You compare his numbers with any coach in any sport, and they stack up as Hall of Fame caliber.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Cantor's checked in. Daniel Green, he's checked in for the Spurs. Parker comes in for Patty Mills. 24 seconds left now here in the second. Double team on Parker. Diao dishes to Leonard. No good on the three.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Screen by Ibaka. Gets it off. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
What a humongous shot to cap their run going into the break. They finished off that half on a roll.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. It's the Thunder running away with it. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with Russell Westbrook. And Russell, how confident are you that regardless of what defender you see in front of you, you can get what you want?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
Russell, thank you so much. Kevin, hard work pays off.
All right, Doris.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Oklahoma City has the edge here at halftime. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Let's start with you, Kenny. What did you think?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
Shaq, let's get your thoughts on San Antonio.
Well, there are a few areas they need to improve on, but perimeter defense is priority numero uno. They got to be quicker to close out on the three-point shooters, and you got to prevent the open looks. They weren't fighting through screens. They're just not doing enough, Ernie, especially outside.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
Look who's coming out of the court.
First half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
Just a fantastic game for Harris. 28 points, and he's buried a ton of three-pointers in this game, too.
Yeah, I think we need a calculator to keep track of just how many of those he's knocked down.
On the floor for San Antonio, defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Duncan out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Parker in at the one. And yes, sir, that one drops. 22 points for Russell Westbrook.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. The shot's good from Kansas.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
A lot of ferocious dunkers in the NBA, but what could you say about Westbrook as maybe the top dunker right now on that list?
Well, the ferocity, the tenacity. I mean, he's almost angry when he takes it to the basket the way he does. I think that's part of what makes him so special.
Here's Duncan on the money from 12 feet away. Duncan's got 8 points.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Durant, that's good.
This This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting.
Harris!
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Westbrook against Parker. Passes to Green. Clock at 6. The three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Ibaka's got his third rebound tonight. Leonard brings the double team. Here's Cantor. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Cantor's got 4 points in the quarter.
And all of a sudden, you can see the confidence overflowing offensively.
Getting everything to drop in at an ideal time. I mean, they're poised for a terrific crunch time run here.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 32 points for Ballin.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah, right.
Harris!
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
The San Antonio Spurs, a team that has had such a strong core and is so disciplined, Clark, it's hard to see them struggle, even think of them struggling, even on the road.
Well, you know, last season they did have trouble at times on the road. 22-19, still not too bad.
Leonard with the steal. Double team on Parker. Green kicks to Leonard. Another miss by Leonard.
And for the Spurs on the road, it was the scoring. They were so good at home, but scored 8.5 points less per game on the road. That was the biggest margin in the NBA.
And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. Number 1, the Thunder.
Yeah, that was a huge factor for them a season ago. Their ability to attack the offensive glass and then convert those into second chance buckets. I mean, no one did it better.
McGarry's checked in for Serge Ibaka. Then for the Spurs, Diaw comes in for Tim Duncan. And it's Anderson in for Leonard.
Boy, it's been a long time since the Spurs had a losing record on the road, so there aren't any concerns for them. I mean, they've never had a losing road record since Tim Duncan was drafted. Wow, that's back to 1997.
And Anderson kicks to Aldridge. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. So it's the Thunder now. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, more than anything else, I think three-point shooting was the key, the catalyst, if you will, in that game.
Yeah, it's really a nice weapon to have because it makes things easier for you in other parts of your offense when you can knock down the three.
Harris passes to Westbrook. Harris outside. He dishes it to Durant. And Cantor wide open. He shoots. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 6 assists now in the game.
He caught it! My goodness!
3 points at the buzzer.
Definitely an answer to prayer there.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup. But we'll see how much things change up here. And San Antonio shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. We've got Nick Collison, Roberson is out there with DJ Augustine. Then there's Anthony Morrow, and it's McGarry in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. And for Kyle Anderson, he had so many traits, Greg, the Spurs were looking for when they came to the game in 2014, but he spent pretty much the entire season on the pine.
Yeah, and you know that Coach Pop makes his guys earn their minutes. You know, he doesn't care if he took you in the first round or if you're an undrafted free agent. He's going to play the guy who helps his team win.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Morrow. Westbrook comes in for Andre Robertson. And Harris subbed in for Augustine. He hits the second from the line.
You know, talking about Kyle Anderson, he's a bit of a polarizing prospect, has a multi-faceted skill set. I mean, excellent court vision, outstanding length, doesn't have elite athleticism, absolutely needs to get stronger, but he's got a lot of game.
Spurs passing it around. Harris on the double team. The baseline J. Anderson can't get it to go. Harris off the drive. It's deflected. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Here's the floater. That's good.
And guys, getting back to Kyle Anderson, not a fit for every system. I mean, he's a guy who needs the ball in his hands to be effective. And he's much more of a facilitator than a finisher at this stage.
They set the screen. And McCallum kicks to Mills. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Durant just inside the line. Good. And Harris gets the assist. 30 points for Kevin Durant.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
Puts up a three, and the Thunder another three. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Defensively, they've played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
No one covers. 32 points for Russell Westbrook.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
To the middle. Here's Marjanovic. He sinks the 11-footer.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Durant for three, and that one's good. Durant's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Thunder.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
What handles? He broke the D down to the ground with that move.
For three, Westbrook, and the Thunder another three.
Wow, what a special performance this guy's putting on from long range.
Well, that has been his shot today. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Here's Marjanovic, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. A different look for Oklahoma City. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Durant. Waiters comes in for Russell Westbrook. And it's Payne in for Harris. San Antonio also making some changes. Boris Diaz checked in for Button. And it's Green in for Patty Hill. Harris checked in for Payne.
Harris.
Now Harris. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
How about that? Flying high to send that one down. And you know what? When you've got the athleticism and explosion of a player like that, bigger guys are still at your mercy.
McCallum And that one comes up a bit short.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt.
Harris! Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
My goodness, that was almost a circus-like dunk.
That's good. McCallum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Here's Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Collison. Harris has got 45 points.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Thunder.
Steve, you know, you've been seeing this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment to.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on, and clearly were dominant in every area.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Harris. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
McCallum with the bucket.
They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got some energy out on the floor.
Yeah, but it's come a little too late to have a real impact on the game, though. We call this box score window dressing. All it's going to do is make the numbers look a little better than it was.
Here's Marjanovic. No good. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Hi, Kevin. Well, much will be made of the scoring that you had here, certainly. But can you describe or put a value on the contributions of your teammates?
Well, it's a team game. Everybody has to come to play. Everybody play hard in the second half. We stuck together, so we just got to continue to do that.
A solid all-around effort. Thank you so much. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. Now we'll go to the studio with the award-winning Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson. Got Shaquille O'Neal, got Kenny the Jet Smith. Without further ado, let's take a look at our Jordan player of the game. He just put it completely out of reach in the fourth quarter. It was as if he was saying, okay, enough fooling around. I'm taking over now.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. I'm getting jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.